Hey there, Silver-Tongued Devil here, and in this stream we're looking back at Hellsweepers, and we're going to be looking at all the new and weird and wonderful things that this game has in store for us. Now, I'm a little bit of a dab hand on this game. I've played it a lot. I know what I'm doing. There's some new systems. There's some things that have already been put in place that are going to be quality of life improvements. There's different ways to do things. There's now a dedicated loadout that you can take into the game, as opposed to doing the kind of true roguelike one where you pick it. The loadout thing's going to be really good for later on in the game. As I said, I went to town on this game on the Pico 4, and it was glorious. The graphics are good. The background is a bit rubbish. I was hoping for a lot more on the Quest 3. I will reserve my opinion, but it looks a little clearer than the Pico version, but not that much. So I'm hoping for a whole new slew of special effects and various bits and pieces on the different things that we have. Oh yeah, we do. Look at that. Oh, I like it. That's much better. That's much better. Okay, so I'll give them that. They haven't done much to improve the textures or the background or bits and pieces, but it does look like we have a new slew of visual effects for the good stuff, which is cool because this game's got some very cool stuff that you can do. Oh, sorry, dude. That's hilarious. Hello, Buck. That's brilliant. The fact that I can just kill... Oh, he does come back. He doesn't stay dead. I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, he is a demon from hell, and I am here to sweep that very thing. So, yeah. Right, cool. Hello, Von. Let's get on with it. Now, the one problem that I'm going to have is usually fireballs and pistol are my go-tos. The problem that I have now is the pistol is actually on either a down reload or an up reload. It used to be you flick it out to the side. Now, it makes sense with the animation that they've added, so it should be pretty good. Buck, Von, I haven't heard anyone say, how's the chat looking? I've had to move it. It should be legible, hopefully. This is only going to be temporary as well. I'll adjust it in the future, but I come on today after the Quest update that I received the other day, and now I don't have my cropped view that I usually do, where I embed chat within it. So I've had to kind of have it on screen, top right-hand corner. But yeah, you guys will have to let me know on that. Cool, cool. The thing is, if it's visible to you guys on computer, that's ideal, because then I know it'll be kind of hyper visible to anybody who's watching it on television, because that does concern me. So, for those of you who haven't played this game, this is good. Good. No, thank you, Buck. So, for those of you who haven't played this game before, haven't seen this game before, this, in my opinion, is quite the little sleeper of a game. It's really, really good. So, this is basically sort of like an arena combat game. The arenas are, you know, of a reasonable sort of ilk, but when I say arena, don't confuse that with sandbox. This does have a full roguelike system within it, and progression, and some very cool stuff that you can do. If there is a way that you want to sweep hell, there is something for you here. So be you gunplay, be you magic, be you I haven't equipped the sword, but be you hand-to-hand combat, be you bow, and various other features. There is stuff. And also, this game is all about going upside down. And or have they fixed it? No, they haven't fixed it. Damn. Let's see if, hang on, 2 seconds. There's something that I do. Oh dear, I've fallen off the intro level. Oh no, it's because I haven't got it. Maybe. Ah, okay. Hold on 2 seconds. Got to get this right before I start. It's only letting me summon one of those. So there's still a problem with the right hand. So this is the other thing. It just means that I can't summon fireballs and do the big fireball blast when I'm upside down. Now, one of the things that I did want to test tonight as well, as we now know, the new lure of the channel, or law, or whatever, is that I have Quest Pro controllers now. Now, Quest Pro controllers will mean that tracking is even better, which is already showing I can summon things behind my back, and previously you wouldn't be able to do that. So that should help us. No smushing fireballs yet, Von. Right, so the way that this roguelike starts out is you normally would pick random things from the weapons that you've allowed within your loadout. Because we're starting fresh, because this is on the Quest, not the Pico, I'm starting fresh as well. You get given one challenger token thing in this mode, which is a retry upon death, so we'll take that. And then you also receive one blessing, so you get additional blessings as you go through the game, but you get a choice of 2. There are a lot of blessings in this game, and blessings are kind of like, so how I've said that there's lots of ways that you can sweep hell in this game, these blessings will kind of put you on a path. So for instance, reduced mana cost of movement and bullet time by 20%. That would be really good for a gun build. Whereas increased damage dealt by 150% and decreased damage taken by 50% when low health, last resort would for me be quite a good melee build. You can use, or you know, the blessings are just something extra, but if you push into the blessing within your build, you can become very powerful. And one of the things that a good roguelike is good at doing is feathering in that power to you and then making you broken. I really like getting broken in these games, and you do that by exploiting the fuck out of them, and that's also what I do as well. So, let's see what the game looks like, shall we? So there are various missions and various bits and pieces. I can't talk too much on that because things may have changed, but I'll try and recount what I remember. Okay, so this it either looks a little clearer or it's had a little bit of a redesign. It looks more hellish. There's probably about, last count I had, I think there was 18 of these arenas in varying sizes and various lengths. One of the things that I will say is they've added like a skybox to all the proceedings as well. So already, you know, it feels like we're in a cave now as opposed to just a clearing, which is nice. Once we step past the threshold, the objective, which is to eliminate 7 enemies, will begin. I might turn this off. I always turn all of this off and just have hands, but I suppose you'll get to see my little leggies flying about the place until I get pissed off with it, and then I'll turn them off. So this is going to be a bit of a tip stream as well. One of the things I would recommend is take out as many of these things as you can before you start the level. Right? So one of the other things that's already a quality of life thing is you don't have to actually pick up keys anymore. They automatically go into your inventory, which then allows you, when you get close to a chest, gives you a selection of what keys you have. That is actually quite a cool feature. What I was saying about the totems, kill as many of those totems as you can before you step in, because the blue ones can turn into enemy totems. And I found in this game, when I was originally playing it, a lot of the time I was dying is because of those totems. They go red and they fire crap at you, or they explode in a radius around you. That was why I was dying. Take them all out before you step into arena, then you don't have to deal with them when you're in combat. Right, on to how style works, because this game is very much the Devil May Cry of the VR world. Come on, reload, you can do it. And it's all about staying in the air, flipping, hitting your shots, getting those times multipliers. Come Come on, reload you shit. You have to land before you can jump and flip again. You see that I've got like a 52 times style bonus there. I think I'm out of mana, is that the problem? Might be. Reload your shits. There we go. Lovely. So the part of the reason why I'm saying reload your shits is it used to be, and the motion that you will see me doing now is flicking outwards. It used to be that, and they've changed it. They've probably changed it so that you're not able to change it back either, because as you'll see, they've changed the animation. Previously, the cylinder would just flick out to the left as you flicked it out and then flicked back in again. And that was good, but... there you go. Let's get these. So, a little thing on what I was talking about. So what I'm doing now, previously what you had to do when you destroyed these totems is actually collect the keys. Now, as you can see, I have an inventory of keys. And it looks like they've got rid of bronze and silver, gold, jade. They've got rid of the bronze and the sapphire keys. So now we have a clear-cut definition of what we're supposed to be doing. So for those of you who haven't played this, the better keys you unlock the different sections with, the better the reward. So if you get 3 jades and fully unlock a chest with jades, it would be better than if you did it with gold or silver. There used to be 5 varieties of keys in this, now there's 3. These are the rewards that we get. We get some mastery to our fireballs, which means we're now able to smush. Yep, thanks. I know. Oh, I know. And we get an upgrade to our pistols, which unlocks alternate fire, which is basically firing them gangster to get ricochet bullets. That much I know. And we also get several bullet upgrades. And this is the other part to this as well, is as you are upgrading, I don't know if I like that. It keeps moving away when I'm trying to... That's going to take some getting used to. What are you doing? Stop it. Can't it just stay in front of me? Gods be damned. What does it want to do? Follow one, not the other. God, I feel like Tom Turner trying to get it to follow one of my eyeballs instead of both. Right. So there are various buffs that you can get as you upgrade the various things as well. Okay, I see what it's doing. This is a buff for the bullets, so that's conjuring bullets that you can then stuff into your gun, which powers your gun. So all of these are related to that. So there's mana reduction, increased damage by increased damage buff of a manual reload. So I don't do a lot of this. And you can also, as I said, you can just throw the bullets at enemies as well, if you want to. We'd probably be better off going for increased damage, and increased damage again, and increased damage again. And what you'll find is, as you take several of the same or different combinations of those, bear in mind you can carry 10 on each item that you are carrying, you will then get access to new combinations of. So it sounds like quite a complicated system, and I suppose it is, but you don't really need to interact with it to have fun. Definitely not. You can just lift buddies around and then smush them into the ground. I get to use all of these soon. Hello, Indy. How we doing? Get to use blood magic soon. That's one of the most, or it was the most powerful magic in the game when I played this previously. I'm really looking forward to some blood magic. Anyway, right. So let's interact with another chest. We've got silvers left. So yeah, I'm already liking this. It's one of the things that I kind of liked in the game, picking up all the keys and making sure you're getting the right combinations. I didn't mind doing it, but it did get a bit old sometimes, and trying to hunt down keys or losing them because they dropped out of the level, usually because of pits and such. Now it's a much simpler system, and what a great time, Indy. Look, these are the puzzles that I'm talking about. Key, chest, in, unlock, puzzle solved. Increased damage, yes. And this gives us a shop visit, and the shop allows us to just buy all sorts of weird and wonderful bits and pieces for our Hello History. The shop allows us to use the money that we are getting from our style point side of things within all sorts of bits and bobs to upgrade not only our weaponry and our weaponry choices, but also add additional, I think you can add additional blessings, and most importantly, stat buffs, increased mana, increased magic, increased damage, increased health, increased defense, yada yada yada. So, anything in these boxes these days? No. What about these crates? No. So when you have finished a level, you come over to the Stone Fist. It opens up and it gives you a score based on your style, and then rewards based on how stylish you completed the level. There is a limit to, or there was previously a limit to the amount of style points that you needed to get. Now, I want to push heavily, so this gives us more souls, which is the meta progression within the game, I think. And the currency is what we spend in the shop. What were the souls? I can't remember, it's been a while. Anyway, we're taking this because fire magic is freaking awesome. So, reduce mana cost by 20%, I've always found is quite good. Now, here's the thing that I really like about this game. There are things that you can take that change properties about the thing. So, for instance, split fire. I'm not going to take it. I'll show you what it would do. Flamethrower will unleash an additional stream of fire. We're going to take 5-finger discount, but one of the things that you can do with your fireball... No. One of the things that you can do with your fireball is cast a flamethrower. Ooh, that's looking much better. So... the magic that you can upgrade, you'd then be able to fire 2 streams, but it then takes like 1/3 or half more of the mana. So that is actually quite powerful. And of course, you can do it on both hands. Oh, that looks glorious. You know what? I don't care that they haven't put a lot of improvements to the background. These look good. Smushing, look at that fireball. That looks so much more interesting than the red blob that it was before. And then, yeah, it kind of looks like a fucking dying sun. That's really good. I like it. So we're going to be using... You're going to see a lot of me doing that. Firing a lot of fireballs. And the reason being is that fireball is probably one of the strongest pieces of magic in the game. In addition, it gets you a lot of style points, which hopefully I'll be able to show off soon. Smush in the magic is back. It never left, Von. It never left. So, the way that style points works on this is the more hits you get within a short period of time. Think this executioner bonus, ye ID, you faithful. But for those of you who are... Oh, hang on a sec, too. But if you want spend able to counter a purchase... You'll need to spend some souls. Right, so it's souls... Don't forget, no refunds. Yeah, I don't... What do you mean no refunds? It clearly hasn't dealt with me. So, money for this, and is it now souls... for this? No, I haven't either. Oh, the other thing as well is this does have a 2-player cooperative mode in it, which was pretty good. Me and Von played it a little bit. Yeah, it was all right. The only problem that we had with the cooperative is you didn't get much experience for doing it. So, for instance, I wasn't able to drag Von up through the levels, and the levels are what allows you to unlock all the really cool stuff. Let's just have a look a second. I'll explain some of what I'm doing later, but I just wanted to see... So this is all the meta progression stuff. Yeah, so if memory serves, yes, they did, and the cooperative is now full cooperative from what I understand. So the cooperative used to be just the first chapter. The cooperative in this game now is now the full game, which it should have been in the first place, I think, but it didn't for whatever reason. Right, I do need to make a point of... checking that my battery's charging, because again, since the update, they've been messing around. So, okay, so one of the things that I like to do here, with anything that you do, because you are summoning the various bits and pieces of the game, because you are summoning them, you are using magic. So the more magic and the faster it recharges, the better. 5%, that's rubbish! We don't need increased max health, but 5% is rubbish. We do want that. I don't want that. I'll buy that one. And then the other thing to remember as well is... Yeah, cool. I know. Still gripping trigger. Yeah, cool. One of the other things is you can refresh... Oh, I don't know. I haven't played the cooperative yet. We shall see. I think it was good that you needed to share the resources, because it encouraged teamwork and trying to make builds between you. You know, one strong in magic, the other one strong in swords or gunplay or a specific kind. I did like that feature about it. But I would imagine, I hope they haven't changed that, because I like that. You can refresh the shop and get loads of new bits and pieces. Yes, and yes. My only concern is I've only just got all of this gubbins, and at least it still does work. Since the new upgrade on the meta hardware, I have been getting messages saying that my batteries are not designed for this headset. Which I know, but, you know, I was cycling through my batteries yesterday, and the day before, I was able to do probably about 12 hours, 2 6-hour sessions, or is it 1 6-hour session with Indy without having to replace my cycling through my battery, so it was still fine. Right, what's the objective? Enemies. Some of the objectives are a little bit different and are good because they allow you to really push the style points, which then allows you to get more money, which then allows you to buy more shit, and also get more meta progression, which allows you to unlock better and more powerful things. Again, as I said, there isn't any here. Take out these totems, because if you don't take them out now, the yellow ones don't matter, it's the blue ones. But if you don't take them out now, they can come back to haunt you. Believe you me. Also, make a point of loading up. This is a cool feature. I can make the guns float and fire. I've always liked that. And I think you can make them... How do you make them reload? Oh, they auto-reload. But that uses magic. And so, but there's various skills. We've also got the ability, and I wanted to test this just before we go into battle, we've also got the ability now to pull rocks from the ground and just toss them at our enemies. And then later on, you're able to summon multiple rocks. And then later on from that, you're able to smush them together. And then later on from that, you're able to take those guns and make them into rock gauntlets that can then be infused with different kinds of magic so that they have elemental effects, which then allows you to do even more shit with them. And this is how this game is. It just goes on and on and on and on. There's so many ideas within this. If you picked up this game, you will find a way to play it that is possibly unique and that you enjoy. Almost guaranteed. I just like going upside down and shooting stuff.
Get more demons.
And that is the part of the reason being is because when you go upside down, you go into slow time. And it doesn't drain your mana as quickly as going into slow time normally. I missed you. Little side flip action. Bam! Where are the enemies? Nope. There we go. See that red totem over there? Doesn't go towards my combos, doesn't go towards my kills, but that thing will hurt me if I get too close to it, which is really annoying. Any more enemies? Boo! So now my combo will have finished, so I kind of have to start again. There's not very many enemies, so getting a lot of style points in these early levels is actually quite difficult. But it depends on what mission you get offered. Oh. Oh yeah, I can smush now. Soon. I feel like Mannequin could be coming on soon, actually. So I've got some bits and pieces to get done and out the way first. I need to finish the Dragon Fist stuff. To be honest, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Buck. I don't know about you, but I've played enough to want to see that game in its full and final form. I think the vision is there, and I think they're going in the right direction. So I kind of want to play the full product, the full release. So, but maybe. Oh no, I'll have a look. See, the thing is, because it's an open beta, I should be able to stream it, and I think that would be quite an interesting stream. So, and I'm always looking for games to stream, but then that would be part of the one that was one of the ones that I was concerned about playing previously, because it was a kind of closed beta and you're obviously not supposed to stream those. So now that it is open beta, that one is very much back on the menu, boys, I think. Yeah. Oh, I don't know about you, mate, but I never have time for a lot of off-stream stuff, if I'm honest, Buck. A lot of it is, a lot of the gaming that I do is on stream, and then it's funny, isn't it? I do this whole YouTube game, and a lot of the time where I actually get to play games is whilst I'm streaming. The rest of the time, I'm playing games to get footage, to record videos and shorts, and woe is me, hard is the life, blah, blah, blah. I do get some time, but I don't get enough, is what I'm getting at. Ooh, death dealing, increased damage by 40%. Maybe. Reducing mana cost for that is always good. Increased damage of rock split by 40%. Increased damage by 40%. I think, well, yeah, there is that as well. I think there is an element to it as well of, I don't know, I like streaming games and playing with you lot. So, and I think something like occasionally. Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for something to stream. Like, for instance, we will reduce mana cost of that, because it is, the old rocks are, was it both? Yeah, and you can do it on both hands as well, and smush them together, and later on you get the ability to summon multiple and then just fire a whole palaver of rocks at creatures. Rocks are actually really good for the first end boss as well, if it's still what I thought it was. Awesome. But I suppose the other thing that I will say, Buck, is, as I said, I mean, I don't see myself playing that one off-stream a lot, because I think I've seen everything that I need to see to know that I'm going to be getting that and streaming that soon. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Give me the bullets. Didn't want these. Very rarely use them. But maybe I'll start. Let's keep on. This might give me an idea to show you one of the... I don't like this. It's really annoying. Here we go. Select one of the following traits to be equipped. So now that I've got 4 of these, I can forge it into a bigger, better one. So instead of 5, 10, 15% damage, or it'll be 20, it'll go up to 40 and only take 1 slot. So we'll forge that. Not that I'm going to use it much, but there you go. Right. Which one was the dash button? X. X? B. Do I have dash? Is dash right there? That's not dash. That's that. Hang on. That's something that I did used to do. Hold your ulces. Yep, A can be that, and then we want movement. We want gameplay. We want, instead of dash, we want, was it small jump I had, or was it slide? Not dash. That one maybe? Yeah, little jumps. Not that I... Actually, what is the other one? As I was saying before we started streaming as well, absolute plethora of options. Being able to change buttons to specifically what you want as well. It's such a small thing, but it's a really good thing. Let's have a look at... That's what I used to have. You can combine... You can combine that. Hang on. There it is. There it is. Yeah, we've got the ability to dash in the air already as well. Right. I will stop pissing around with the options in a minute. I've got everything that I need. The rest of it is just little tweaks. I'll just put it to bullet time as well, then that way I know how to... So you can put the game into slow time on demand, but it does drain... Oh no, it doesn't drain your mana anymore. Interesting. Oh, no, it did. It just didn't look like it because I've got a reasonably decent mana perk. Oh yeah, I've got the one that helps with the slow time side of things. So one of the reasons why I go upside down a lot is you'll see that it puts the game into slow time, but I don't think it affects your mana very much, or if not at all. It didn't previously, if memory serves. So whilst you're upside down, you're not using your mana, and then you can use it for casting and chucking spells and summoning items and such. Mana management within this game is quite a big deal, so... But yes. Right. So, survival. Now, these ones are more like it. There's survival matches if you kill a lot and kill it quickly. Let's get these tomes finished up first. Lovely. If you kill a lot and kill it quickly, you can get your style points up a lot. And more style means more meta progression and more cash, which we are always interested in. Cool, let's get out there and kill loads of stuff really quick. Kill those. Come on, enemies, let's go! The one thing that I will say is that this is my preferred style of play. Basically, being constantly upside down or flipping and twirling through the air constantly, because if I could hit stuff, it'd be great, wouldn't it? It goes well with the way that I play for style points and bits and pieces within the game. But in addition to that as well, I mean, I can do it, and it's very unique. There's only one other game that I know that allows you to flip upside down, and that's from the same makers of this game, a game called Sairento, which was another one of those games that I really enjoyed, but it was before my time. There we go. More! Give me more enemies! I need more enemies. See the score that I'm getting here? 52 times there. And Sairento, if anybody has played that, again, was like the other game. Ow! Oh, man, it still hit me in the face. Was the other game that I'm aware of, and that one was, instead of sweeping hell and it all being about demons, that was more of a kind of like cyberpunky aesthetic, kind of sci-fi as well. So all sorts of ancient weaponry, as well as sort of like, you know, laser guns and stuff. But that was all about style, going upside down and killing stuff in very much a similar sort of thing. So Hellsweepers is just an advancement of Sairento, if people have played that or remembered it, and just more and just better, I think. I'll go as far as to say, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be using fireballs. Completely forgot about my magic. I can stop using pistols. That saves me kind of having to go upside down quite as much as well. I don't know how jarring it is to watch me constantly being upside down, but I'll try and mix it up a little bit. those fireball effects are 10 times better than they used to be. So that's good. Can also do a little bit of wall running as well if I find the right wall. I know, right? I know. I know. Don't worry. I'll get there. I'll get there. Hey, look, Von. Just like you, it's been a while. Do you remember how to smush, though? Soon, my pretty. Soon. These are I was saying earlier, these are the crystals for blood magic, and you take them from smushed enemies, and then you can channel them into yourself and start using blood magic later on, because there's an additional step to using this, and they do use mana as well. Because there's an additional step to it, it's part of the reason why these are one of the most powerful things in the game, but you can then combine this when you imbue it into other magics as well to then create other magics. The katana has been recently added to the game, as I understand it, and you can take the enemy's weaponry. Look at the size of that. I mean, it was a katana for him, but it's a Nadachi? Is it Nadachi? The huge cavalry chopper downer of the katana world? I think it's a Nadachi. Can't remember. It's definitely not a Naginata. Anyway, so let's open some chests. This was always getting all of the good stuff within this game, and becoming broken and OP was one of my favourite things about this game. And again, as somebody who likes to play games and min-max the hell out of them, if you do that, you can become incredibly broken if you get a little bit of luck on your side. And there's not... The other thing that's really cool about it as well is there's not just one way to become broken like there is in a lot of games. There's not like a meta of being broken. There's lots of different things that you can do. And so then that caters to style. So here we've got some interesting choices. We can increase our magazine size, which is good. The gun will not become damaged and unable to fire when the durability is low, because you can have your weapons break on you. We can start ricocheting bullets, or we can attach laser sights to our guns. Now, I think my accuracy is alright, but you know what? I'm going to take that because it gets it out of the way. Compact magazine is pretty good, though. But we're not even going to be using pistols anymore because we've got magic now. I'll just take the more. And although we probably will find ourselves using pistols from time to time, I'm going to go for more magazine. Really long clip. This is new, so I can take... Oh, would you stop it? I can take the one here and the one that we just added, the two compacts, so to make a really long clip, which will increase the ammunition by even more. So we'll forge that because that's only beneficial to us. So now we've got one, instead of having 2 slots to add 2 bullets to our clip, we've got 1 slot to add 2 bullets to our clip. And this compounds and compounds and compounds within the game. And yeah, you can make it so that your pistols are like, you know, that no way can that hold 20 bullets, but I've had games where it can. So yeah. But it's magic, innit? It's magic, innit? I believe they have added these katanas to the game as an actual thing as well. Hand-to-hand combat is something that I've never really done much of this in, but you know, you can slice and rip and tear upside down and flipping left and right and back flipping and somersaulting and all sorts of shit. So if you like to move and if you want to express yourself with style in a fighting format or a magic format or a gun format, this is worth looking at. This is worth having a look at. So see our style there? That's about half of maximum. There's no point getting much more previously than 30,000 on your style score. We didn't have enough enemies to get there. Sometimes when you do these, you get infinite spawnings of waves, and so you can just keep on killing and killing and killing. There are ways to exploit that to harvest additional gold with blood magic, which hopefully I'll be able to show you later on. Hopefully they haven't nerfed. Right, now what reward would we like? Not really. I don't want swords. We'll maybe do a run of swords because I don't use those enough in this game. What I usually do in these sort of games is if I find something that I'm alright with and can use decently, I can then use that as a fallback weapon whilst I'm using other weapons to help me unlock them and get them to their full potential, because some of the things that you get in this later on are really good when you get them to a higher level, but they start off a bit shit to begin with. Levitating objects will no longer cost you mana. Why is it orange? I think it's to denote that that's now a rare one, and it is. So we'll take that, which now means that when we rotate these... Oh, hang on. No, no, no. It's not just those. Now we can levitate weapons for nothing. Note how my my mana is not going down. So, and you can't hold 2 pistols whilst having 2 pistols floating. Note how the reloads still cost mana as well. You can't hold pistols in your hands whilst you are using the force to levitate pistols, but you can have up to 6 of these pistols floating in front of you. I mean, there's a style. So you're flipping, you're upside down, you're floating guns in front of you, and you're shooting the enemies with them. And you can do that with all the guns in the game, be it shotgun, be it rifle, and it's cool. It's cool as fuck. But this is one of the things that, you know, if it isn't apparent, is one of the things that gets me excited about the games. Just, you can do what you want, and to ridiculous levels. So, as long as you put the time in to get the things and unlock the things and do the things, you can do what you want. So... But what I will probably do off stream is put a bit of time into this one to get this profile back to where I had my old one, so I can really start showing off this game. For now, this is just the bit that everybody will have to experience and everyone will go through. But as I said, I'm a little bit of a dab hand with this. So what is it? Is it wrist or is it... Doesn't seem quite as responsive. 2 seconds. I won't do the options menu again after this. I think there's a way to change the responsiveness of the reload. Enable hook, mace, shot, aiming method, bullet conjuration, quick reloading method. Quick reloading compatible guns by holding down the trigger whilst flicking towards the chosen direction. Oh, there it is, there it is. It's just below it. Quick reload direction for pistols. Up and down only. All directions. Sideways. Oh, it's still in. Right, well that saves me having to relearn. Because old monkeys don't learn new tricks. That's the thing, isn't it? So, blam, 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 blam. Yes, that's what I remember. They've kept the old animation in. Thank you, devs. So now you can flick them sideways. Up and down doesn't feel right to me. It looks cool because you spin the gun, but I've always had up and down. Anyway, fuck that. We're magic going to use it now. Let's destroy those. Let's destroy those. Oh, hang on a second. What mission is this? Oh, it's the...
Destroy all corrupted totems to stop the demon
okay.
from
Right, so this is one of the ones that we can get maximum style on. Now note how as the fireballs are going past, they're firing lots of little shots. Those little shots all tot up your style points and increase the multiplier. So no more having to go upside down, we just need to stay mobile enough so that our fireballs can get to work. We also need to quickly kill multiple targets. And so here emerges another way to play the game. Now, these enemies will spawn infinitely. And if I can keep... Come on, smush! If I can keep this going, you can get your combo up to huge levels, which then allow you to get loads and loads of style points out of it. Ooh, it doesn't seem to be quite as generous as it used to be. One for you. Nah. What's that you say, chat? Can I imbue my guns with fire? Yep. Can I hit them? Nope. And so all the magic of the game can imbue all the different weapons in the game also. But we're magic user now, so that's just the magic. So, you know, if you want to be like a fire build, but you want to be fire weaponry builds, or ice, or lightning, or blood, all of these things. Oh, here's the thing. Can we imbue the katana? No, it is an enemy weapon. Ah, you're out of range. Ah, it doesn't do the dash thing. Damn it. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get quite a lot of style points for doing that sort of stuff. Again, I don't do that sort of stuff enough. It's that explosion that does the killing. It's the spitfire from the fireballs that combos you up. And so ideally what you want is big combos that end with the explosion of that thing. Ooh. So let's keep the fireballs going out for now. Oh, so by me throwing all of those fireballs out, I've accidentally completed the level because those fireballs are very good. So yeah, that's a thing. Now let's always make a point of as well destroying these. Sorry. I always make a point of destroying the totems before I activate this. That's just a force of habit thing. One of the things later on in this game is you get... I haven't seen any yet. I wonder if they've taken them out of the game, because I used to have an exploit and I wanted to show that off. You want to go around and destroy all of these because it's these that drop the keys. If they are not dropping keys, then that means there are no chests on the levels. Potentially. Although they don't seem to be dropping, but there is chests on the levels. You want to get every single totem that is going before you start interacting with the chests, because we want the higher level keys. Silver one there. Silver should be top level, don't we think? I think it should be top level. So, let us... Honestly, the one thing that I will say is I thought the Quest Pro controllers might be what this game needed for the gesture-based side of things, because a lot of things within this are gesture-based. Thanks, Von. Pi on standby. A lot of the things within this game are gesture-based. So, for instance, for the magic, I'm having to pull from the outside in to summon them, and I'm doing that on both hands, and then to combine them into the bigger fireball I have to crash them together. That then allows me to fly, and whilst I'm travelling like this it is taking mana off of me, and you can also, you know, look cool whilst you're doing it. And then if you, or not go into the wooden block though, if you then point them up, you get the targeter that then allows you to fire the big fireball off, which in my always humble opinion is probably one of the most powerful things in the game going, and also great for your style points. Now let's get that chest. So yeah, you go through and get all of the totems so that you would know what keys you have, because you want to be using the higher level keys. You don't collect these keys, you obviously lose all keys in this circumstance at the end. The one thing that I don't like, because you were able to tell whether there was any chests left on the level based on whether there were still keys dropping. Okay. Flame Blast flies faster by 40% but does not conjure embers. So this changes this is what I was talking about. It is changing the properties, and some of these things that change the properties change the actual look of the things as well. Using flamethrower whilst in the air allows flight. Well, we got to do a bit of an Iron Man at some point during this stream, haven't we? Flame Blast flies faster by 40%, so that means the ball fires faster, but the little fireflies that come off of it that are doing all of the comboing and getting our style wouldn't happen. So I would avoid this early game, but I'd definitely use it late game because that's cool as fuck. And I wonder as well, it'll probably change what it looks like from a fireball to more of a rock covered in fire. But let's go for Phoenix. So now, what else can we go for? And we'll go for 5-finger discount as well to reduce mana cost. So now, not that I do it often, but now when I use the flames, I can fly with them. When did I pick jewels? And now we fly. Yeah, I can fly. Not very effective at the moment because we haven't got a lot of mana, but as you go through the game, that'll increase. It has its practicalities. There are better ways to fly within this game later on. Von, our very own Ravishing Siobhan's favourite magic type, is, if I remember rightly, the best way to fly. So, style kill bonus, that's better than we had, but that's not as high as we want it. We want it at 30,000. So I should have tried to keep that going on a little bit longer. Let's continue to make our fire magic even better. More discount is what we want. I don't want additional I don't want additional streams of fire, because then we'll have like 3 coming out of each flamethrower, which is just too much. But you could build around the flamethrower thing. I've done builds like that. They're very fun. You always want to go for the discounts though, because that just helps you overall. Reduce the cost of AoE spells by 30%. This one, if I remember rightly, because it doesn't work, the big fireball spell does not count as AoE. Otherwise I would take that, so I'll skip that. You don't have to forge when you're given the option. More often than not, it is just beneficial. One of the things that I will say is they have added new assets to the levels as well, and they're actually not bad, I guess. That's a nice looking barrel. I couldn't tell you what's in there. I probably shouldn't dip my finger in and test. The enemies, in my opinion, have always looked very good. Has he got a sword in him? Oh, that's one of the samurai dudes. That's just part of their model. The models have always looked really good in this game. It was although that doesn't look so great close up, the enemies when they are coming at you and you're fighting them do look good in this game. It's just the background doesn't look very good. It was such a night and day contrast previously that it was a bit jarring, but you get used to it. There looks like they're taking steps, I think. You know, certain elements of the environment do look better than I remember. Here's a totem we missed earlier. I'm not being... That's the currency. Ooh, that's... Is that where I'm storing it? Oh dear. So, I think that's all of the totems now. And that one did not drop any keys. So I'm pretty sure there are no more chests around. But I might be wrong, so we'll always have a check. So that's one of the things, the quality of life change that they've made, so where you now collect keys now instead of, and you can use environmental objects to hurl about and explode and stuff, which is cool. The quality of life changes that they've made with the keys is good, but then you lose the ability to find out whether you need to go hunting for chests. Overall, I think it makes the game more fluid and quicker. But I did like knowing when there were definitely no more chests on the level through you not getting keys anymore, or them disappearing from in front of you. So... Right, 20
Tight spaces, dangerous turns.
Battery.
Search for a way out of this
Beat you to it,
maze.
Vaughn. Haha. And what are we saying? Oh, let me just check my battery a second. Cool, it is charging. There you go. Lovely. So this is something that didn't used to come up a lot when I was playing, and it looks like they've toned down the rarity of it. You get these levels that are kind of like a pathway, and there's a lot of rewards to be had here if you explore it all. So they're like a bit of a maze, which is very cool. Hello, Weebs. How we doing? So, and there's lots of chests down here as well. And if I remember rightly, certain elements within here allow me to get additional blessings, I think. There's a lot of these to destroy, which means that we're going to get a lot of cash, which is always good. That's the other thing as well. I'm using the big fireball. You can hurl these, but they're a bit shit. Later on, you can make them so that they home in on the targets, that you conjure multiple of them, and that they just do different things. So again, this is me saying about the whole, you know, the roguelike element of this isn't just this gets 10% better, that gets 20% better, you get +1 of these. There's effects that actually change behaviors and actually change animations and various bits and pieces. Yeah, I kind of had to, Weeble. I didn't have a choice. I'd rather keep, you know, old dogs and new tricks. I'd rather keep it as it was, but it looks like the latest update has changed the way that the casting thing works, so I can't put the little small window together now. I think Indy might have had this problem also, but he's using something different. He's using the developer hub to do it, which I might look into soon. How many? Okay, no jade keys. Jade keys seem to be really rare now. So whilst I'm doing all of this, occasionally I'll get these little encounters, but they're really tight encounters. But we can still get a bit of style out of these, but not much. If we keep these going, the enemies are starting to get tougher and have more health now, which then means we can combo off of them more. But then the thing is, we also do not want to be finishing this level. We want to be continuing. Yeah, what the thing... Oh, it's locked us out. No! Oh, I didn't used to do this. Oh, they've changed that. Hopefully it unlocks when I go onto this.
Skills, Hellsweeper.
Bastard. Okay, hang on. Well... Oh, maybe... Oh, it'll probably open up after this. Right, let's increase our health by 5%. Yes, it does. Good. Ooh. Nasty boy. Nasty boy! Those ones, they do area of effect damage to you. These ones with the hearts. It doesn't do much, but when you don't know what it is that's happening to you and you're getting killed, it's usually those ones because you're too close to them, or the skull ones firing at you. And I know I didn't realise, and a lot of other people didn't realise, that that was what was going on. And that was part of the reason why you were dying. So, like, this one will occasionally fire projectiles at me. Well, one of the things that is that supposed to be in the wall? I mean, it looks pretty cool, actually, to be fair. Right, let's carry on. We need to remember where all these chests are. This is one of those levels where you really need to go to town and pick up absolutely everything before you start unlocking chests. So, you know, if everyone in the chat can help me collectively remember where all those chests are, because I'm not going to have a fucking clue in a minute. But we're going to kill all of these.
More of them. Watch your back.
And there's something very cool. It's like almost on a level of Wizard's Dark Times. Of this whole gesturing, and it is quite fluid and quite responsive, to be fair. I thought it would be better. It seems the same level as it was when I played it last, despite having controllers that have got better tracking. So, but again, it was still pretty good previously. There might be some options that I can fiddle with on that front, so... no, it isn't very minimalist, but the other options weren't very good, Von, was the problem. We'll take levitation, though. And we will... Yeah... increase... yeah, we'll reduce the mana cost of that again. Again, I know, the further you get into the game as well, the more options you get for that. the more bits and pieces become available. Oh, your health constantly, well, not constantly, after not taking damage for a little while, you get your health back, so it's a health regenerating system. That is the end of the level. No, mate, I don't. No, I do. I will try and have a look at that one at some point. The other one that I wanted to have a look at as well was that rock bender game. I can't remember what it's called now, but where you like summoning blocks like an airbender but with rocks. I can't remember what it's called. Someone will know in the chat, I'm sure. That looks really good, but it looks ridiculously hard to get anywhere into it. So, but no, I do love my gesture. I do love my gesture-based shit because it's doing something that VR is really good for, you know? Right, I think this one's a challenge one. So this one's going to be a particularly tough fight. But let's get all of the stuff, and then that one goes to a shop, I think. So that's the one that we want to take out. I think it tells you all of this. Yeah, challenge yourself for a reward. No, it's not called Rock Fender. I can't remember what it's called. I just can't remember, Von. Memories, like the corners of my mind. I mean, yeah, as I said, I'm not going to do a review, Weebs, because, you know, I mean, I think I've said everything that I need to say about them. I got them because my initial controllers that I got with the Quest 3 are failing and need to go back for repair. I need something to be able to play games, to create videos and stream, and I'm not going to get the same thing that's coming already. So I've splurged on those because I could get them that day. Are they... My final thought on it, I suppose, is, are they worth £300 or $300 for the improvement that you get in tracking? I don't think so. Are they good in the respect of the fact that I no longer have to use batteries or rechargeable batteries and I've just got a dock to put them in? That I do like. And the fact that I can now do things behind my back and they work. Like previously, I wouldn't have been able to hold my hand behind my back and summon a fireball in this game, for instance. Is that important enough to spend 300 quid on? Yeah, I mean, I've spent a lot of money in VR for marginal games. I've probably spent over 300 quid in accessories and various bits and pieces, but all of them have really totted up and made the experience better and more comfortable. £300 though on just one thing that will give you a marginal difference, and I say marginal because, I don't know, the Quest 3 controllers are pretty fucking good on the tracking front side of things, in my opinion, anyway. But part of that could be I've got all of the little things that I've told you about, like, you know, 1.5 volt batteries, well, the video that I've done on it, but 1.5 volt batteries, an IR caster it is on, and other things, you know, that help tracking. Where am I going? What are we doing? Where's the exit? Well, this was a challenge level. Like, this is, to be fair, is looking better than it was. Ah, there it is.
What's your strategy, Hellsweeper?
No style. But note how I'm getting the rewards here for each time I do this is just more and more rewards. So these levels are really good. I'll take a gun upgrade because this is the better of a bad thing. Trick shot's good, but I'd rather be able to fire more shots before having to reload, because then I'm using less mana when I'm firing them, because I will be employing those guns against the bosses of the game, I would imagine. Because fire magic is all well and good, but there's times when you need a little bit more precision for these things. Right, I think... Does it let me... I don't dare step on it until I've got all the chests, because I can't remember if you get teleported out straight away or not. I think yellow is shop, and we definitely want to be visiting a shop after we've done all the chests and challenges here. But as I said, you know, I have said already that this is a bit of a... Yeah, no, the one thing that I will say It's not free, and it's still in the app lab. It is quite a hard one to find. I'm trying to think of the creators that I watched. Alright, tell you what, Von, if you're interested in having a look, because it is 2-player versus, if you're interested in having a look, I'll come play that with you. I don't know if it's free, though. If it's free, I'll definitely come play it with you. But, yeah, I think it's in the app lab. I can't remember what it's called. Type rock bending into YouTube. Rock bend VR. So, hello, Stick Comics. In my... Yeah, no worries, dude. In my TTS, you come... It sounds like the lady says to me, Dick Comics. So that... You've put a smile on my face. Well done, Stick. That's excellent work, sir. And you weren't even trying. Right, so let's get some keys in here. But she'll call you Dick Comics. I will remember that it's Stick Comics. And yeah, thanks, dude. Most appreciated. I do enjoy putting the Into the Radius stuff in. I think I've got one more big video in me for Into the Radius. So... Look at this. Knife attachments for my pistols. So my pistols are now got bayonets on them. Yeah, we'll take that. Just to have a look. Bigger magazines. Forge that because really long clip ×2. Oil chamber, increased reload times. Yeah. Right. So this is what I was talking about. All of these little upgrades and all of these little bits and pieces actually change the model of the gun. How fucking cool is that? Now I can shooty and stabby, and I can do it upside down. But it's the little things in this game like this that do excite me. I will take the swords. The one thing that I will say is, if you try and avoid taking things that you don't want, you won't be offered upgrades for them. So sometimes it is better to just not take things that you're not interested in. So... Yes, don't worry, Stick, all the other paintings are coming. And I'll also... So what I do is I take all of the little... Well, as you've probably seen from my channel, I take all the little videos and smush them all into to one big video. My tips in 30 ticks into one big, and that's what usually ends up as like the Volume 1 and Volume 2 tips and tricks, and I do that with other games as well. I'm planning on, because I've already got a video out there that has the secret items, the bear, the camera, the teacup, and the bear, cup, camera. What was the other one? God, it's been a while since I went looking for them. I'll remember in a minute. Or maybe I won't. Bear. Oh, torch. Bear. There's a glowing bear, a glowing torch, a glowing teacup, and a glowing camera. And I'll do those as well. And then I've done them previously, but I haven't done them with Quest 3 graphics, you see. And I'll smush that all into one big video so that you can go to one place to make sure that you have got all of the secrets, basically. Because I think that's useful. Smush! Bayonets on pistols. That's what you want. Oh, it didn't go in. Ooh. Okay. But yeah, yeah, I know most... See, the thing is, I am late to the party on all of these things because these things have been available for a while. But that's kind of by design. A, I've been a bit busy. And B, I don't want to be telling people before they've gone off and tried to find them themselves, because I feel like I'm taking away from the game a little bit by doing that, if I'm honest. I'm sure... I wonder if it works now. I don't know. I'd like to think that this reduces the mana cost of the fireballs, and the fireballs are an AoE, but I don't think they class as an AoE, so I'm going to continue to skip that one. Let's have another 5-finger discount. Stop it. And let's have another 5-finger discount. Stop it. There are various combinations that you can go for, as I say, that unlock other, like various recipes, and it won't tell you. You need to know about them as well. If I do some videos, I'll do some videos of all the weird and wonderful recipes that you can get. Come on, give me the gun. There we go. So, this is one of those levels that will make me incredibly powerful for the rest of the game now. No, thank you. Thank you very much, Stick. That is my intention. If I can help or add a little bit more, then, yeah, happy days. Hello, Chris. How we doing? More discount. And skip. And discount. We're running out of... Stop it. We're running out of slots here, as you can see, so maybe I should forge one of these and we'll test. And there we go. Another one. And let's forge another one. Conjuring bullets will not cost mana. If bullets are equipped on either shoulder or hip, bring a gun to the equipped slot to reload. That's a pretty cool one. So this is what I'm talking about. Upgrading then changes mechanics. Let's put that on because I'm more likely to do that. Reduce. It's really good, Chris. It's really good. Did you ever play Sairento? It's from the same people who did Sairento. I think a lot of people have either played or heard of Sairento, and this is like Sairento 2.0. So, but yeah, it's awesome. But we're just doing some exploring. Yeah, no, nice one, Stick. Right, let me just have a quick look around, see if there's any more chests. So, as I was saying, these levels used to be rare. I haven't been paying attention to something. Let's leave. Let's see if... Right, so if I remember rightly, purples leave this level. Yellows take you to the shop, I think. I think we got everything out there. Those levels are... Yeah, so it is. Yellows take you to the shop from those maze levels. Those maze levels are well worth combing and exploring. I didn't really want to do that too much on the stream because it's a bit boring. You want to see combat and spells and me getting overpowered. But now look at this. We've got 25 grand and lots of nice stuff to buy. What is this? This mysterious key will unlock any chest regardless of the number of locks, all by itself. Ah, look at this one. They've changed things. So that's 3 grand, and that goes in my inventory of keys. So maybe... I was wrong. You store keys now indefinitely. So no longer will we have the problem of not having enough keys to open all the chests. That, I do kind of like that. So yeah, previously, all the keys that you would use on a level to unlock the chests would all disappear at the end of the level. Now, you keep them. I have done some Into the Radius streams. I did a realistic run on Into the Radius, and I think it went down reasonably well. We did some giveaways at the same time, I think, as previously. So the more I refresh and the heavier level things go, the more expensive they get. That is pretty expensive, and we don't really need it. I need more of these jade keys because these pay for themselves, I think. This mysterious key will unlock any chest regardless of the number of locks all by itself, and it will also do it to the highest level. No, I wasn't wrong. All right, they just changed it. I was wrong. So, hey, look, I'm learning too. King's Grave. Click the thumbstick when levitating an enemy to crush it with rocks. Yeah, we'll take that. Again, these are the little things that you get that... And bear in mind, we have 1 magic, 1 gun, 1 sword, and there's probably about... There's 4 different kinds of magic, plus the magics that you can smush together are additional kinds and combinations of magics. You've got more guns. There's normal pistols, there's the shotgun, there's like a one-shot rifle or a single shooting rifle, and I don't know if there's any other guns. And then there's loads of melee weapons. There's maces and glaives and no, not glaives, not yet. Maces and swords and axes and all sorts of bits and pieces. Now, I want more of these because these are really good for us and the rest of the run. So let's get another one of those. So we've got loads of those now. So I don't see, the thing is, Jade keys used to be the top level unlock. So now you use one of those and it completely unlocks a chest. I wonder if the awards are not tied to keys anymore, but this is what we'll experiment with. Nope, I'm going to refresh again. Hey, fire magic, but too expensive. Boo. Right, so one of the other things that you can do within this game as well. So let's say, for instance, you are playing the game and you are not getting a good shake of the stick as far as the bits and pieces are concerned, or at least you used to be able to do this. You can go and inspect the... Yeah, no worries, dude. No worries. Yeah, just put your notifications on because there'll be plenty of those normal videos coming out. And then, as I said, I'm tempted. The video that I have in mind is to tell everybody why the PPSH full is the best gun in the game. So I think that will be controversial enough that I can make it interesting and funny. So, but it is, well, in my Von Pie on standby, in my humble opinion, the PPSH full is the best gun in Into the Radius. I'm sure lots of people will disagree, and I'll be happy to fight my corner on that. But so what is it on now? This is the meta progression. Pie. So one of the things that we can do when we have discovered the recipes is we can change these over to ones that we want. Why is it doing dual flamethrowers then? Because I haven't got dual flamethrowers unlocked. Interesting. But yeah, so we could change these over to split fire. What's this? Oh, right, okay. So normal ones can be changed over for other normal ones. Yeah, no worries, Stick. Cheers, dude. You can see that these ones are locked behind levels, and these are all the additional traits for just one kind of magic, and each kind of magic has got all of these things. Let me tell you, lightning magic in this is glorious. You want your Emperor Palpatine moment? Unlimited power? You get it in this game. It's so good. So, right, that'll do. Stop dicking around. Let's go and fight the first boss. And we're nowhere into this either. I think there's 4 bosses now. So, we are at the boss of the first act in normal. Now, again, I know I've been yammering on a little bit, but it usually takes you a good... When you can complete it and as you power up, it usually takes me a good couple of hours to complete a run in normal, and obviously the harder it is, the more levels there are, and actually the more broken you can get. You have a QD20 here that gives you an idea. Well, it tells you first off what the boss is, because in higher levels the bosses can be remixed. Imagine fighting through IDU Faithful, fighting through Paradise Lost and then getting Anakim at the end. This game does that to you. Break Deceit shields by throwing any nearby objects such as rocks or dead enemies at him. This is part of the reason why I've put some points into my rock levitation skill. Instead of having to throw enemies at the boss to down his shields, or instead of having to kill enemies, grab their bodies and throw them into him, the rocks are my friends now. So, and the throw mechanic is pretty good for this also. I've got to remember to try and smush an enemy with rocks also. And the other thing about this boss, in a minute, he's basically like a big house monster, and then he's got arms on him as well. If you put damage on his arms drop off. They are not shielded. They don't do much damage to the enemy, but when his arms drop off, you can then pick them up and lob them back into him, which again is another viable tactic. However, because our fire magic is very strong, we should be able to kill this guy through his shield, regardless. And all I have found on this one is you just want to keep moving. I'm going for style points as much as anything here as well. Got to be careful of our life here also. trying to get lots of style by killing lots of enemies. You'll see that, so previously, it wouldn't matter if you didn't hurl something into him, you would never be able to take his shield off of him, but now it looks like these bosses are a little bit easier, so you don't have to throw things into him, which does make him easy, because throwing things, if you haven't got rocks unlocked, can be a fucking nightmare. Oh, let's smush you. Hey, I made a rock out of that. Excellent. And then if I really wanted to style him,
I wonder what your predecessors might have achieved.
got ya! Bug's actually looking quite detailed. So yeah, for those of you just watching, oh, these are the arms that I was talking about as well. You can blast them off of him and then you can throw them at him, but he will either pick them back up or regenerate them, depending on what he does in the game now. But yeah, for those of you joining, I'm obviously using a lot of fire magic because I've just started the game, and fire magic is when you smush them together and then point. That is one of the most powerful things, and for the amount of mana that it costs when you get powered up, it's just ridiculously effective in both damage and style. And then, you know, if it's ridiculously effective at both, then that's what you want. Yeah, the annoying bug lever left. So, and this is your basically your helper. He actually lives in your ear. You go through the tutorial and you put him in your ear to begin with, which is a cool trick. And if his like Londony gangster Cockney ways piss you off, you can just throw him away. Bye-bye. But he always comes back, unfortunately. So, but the reason why you're supposed to summon him is he leads you to your objectives. So I should have remembered that when we were in the what's it called, in the maze. So yeah. So they haven't done a lot with the outside here, but this skybox is much better. That tree looks okay, I guess. But again, I don't know. You play this game and you're here for the combat and the style, not so much the graphics. But the enemies look good. I'll give them that much. Hello, Vega. How we doing?
Use wisely, Hellsweeper.
Weren't you? Hang on, Vega. Weren't you in earlier? Or oh, right. Okay, yeah. Must have been away for a while. I'm sure you were in earlier. Right, so we at the end of after killing a boss, we get a blessing. So we can then choose out of the ones that we've unlocked, and as you can see, you can get a lot of blessings. Normally, you'll just get the one per boss, but there are other ways to get additional blessings, and you can also stack the blessings, reduce mana cost of movement and bullet time by 25%, or increase damage for 20% for 5 seconds when hit. If they have that little infinite symbol next to them, that means you can stack them. I'll go for Genius Exploit. We're not really making that much use of it, but I don't want to be doing too much more damage to enemies because I don't want them to die quickly. I want them to take a lot of hits so that I can get my combo up, so that I can increase the style. This is different. You used to just end the level there, so now we have to go to the end of this. Oh, got ya. Yeah, no worries, Vega. That's fine. I'll say hello to you as many times as you want to come back out and come back in again, mate. I've got no problems with doing that. Hi, Vega. Hi, Vega. Hi, Vega. So, this gives us a breakdown of all the bits and pieces that we've done, how many level ups we've accomplished, and this tells us also that we need to go back to the hall and upgrade these. Previously in the game, when these go up a level, any more experience you get on them doesn't count. So if you have enough souls, at the end of each act, you want to rest, or when you die, you want to rest at the halls, as opposed to continue your run so that you can put the meta progression on. Otherwise, well, I'll show you what I mean. This is how it used to work previously. I don't know if it's still the same way, but you should play this way because it powers you up as you are doing your run.
Hopefully.
So you want to come over here. Is it still the same? Oh, you can actually... Oh, you can get up there now. Hang on a sec. I mean, I suppose you used to be able to get up there. Ooh, what's up here? Nothing. But yeah, you can practice your wall running up here. What's this? Nothing. Okay. Anyway. So we want to be here.
Don't skip the lessons.
This also gives you your encyclopedia of enemies. This is actually particularly useful if, like me, you want to make thumbnails and stuff. You can spawn the enemies of the game. Now, as I said, the enemies, I think, actually look quite good. They always fail on closer inspection. This is new. I've never seen them have a mouth before. So... And I think the enemies do look great in this game as well. Obviously, when you're like right up close to them, they kind of blur out a little bit. I won't touch you because you're clearly a female. So, can you? Oh, you can't spawn in the bosses to have a look at. There has as well, since I played last, new enemies been added to this. It's one of the... I don't think this game gets the recognition that it deserves. I think that's part and parcel because of the fact that even on PC VR when it first came out, the graphics were a bit subpar. The gameplay is phenomenal, but the graphics were just a bit subpar. But they're slowly being raised, but it hasn't stopped the dev team. They're still adding. Still adding. Right, so you'll see here that we have unlocked some map modifiers. These are things that come to bite us in the ass later on. Oh, is this not where the upgrade station is now? Oh, right, it's the... Right, okay. Well, yeah, map modifiers here. They'll come to bite us in the ass later on. You can actually choose your fate, and I'll show how later. It's this guy. This guy's who we interact with now. He can also die and be smushed and thrown away. But eventually, he'll come back. I like this. I mean, he's a demon. He is here to help us forge our bits and pieces, but he's still a demon. It's like killing one of my own. Right, anyway, so let's have a look. So we want to go on all skills. We want to increase the rank of our fire magic. Now, note here, this bar is full. Because that bar is full, well, let's test. If I rank up now, because I'm pretty sure I got more than enough to get the first rank, and we spend our souls... Increase damage by 15%, increase status effect duration, so that's burning, by 15. So let's pop that on. That cost... Why did that cost us money and not souls? Now let's go back, and as you can see here, we now begin again at rank 2. So my advice, again, and I can now say this with an element of certainty... Hang on. Let's have a quick look a second. What's this? You can start... Oh, I can make broken builds from the start. Oh, thanks, devs. That makes me very happy. So, the way to play this game is... So, because, you know, I always try and do a bit of a tutorial for anyone who's watching or playing or does play or what have you. The way you want to be playing this game is you want to be completing the levels, and if you get all the way through, rest here and then spend your currency on the meta progression straight away. Because if you don't do that and complete the game in one sitting without resting at the halls, you would just be... like losing all of the stuff that is allowing you to level up all of those bits and pieces. Steady on, fella. You are limited by the amount of souls that you collect, but later on you'll have so many souls that you can keep on upgrading these as you go. Now, the thing that I do like that they've added is you can start the game now with additional trait slots. I keep on pressing down because I think it's scroll down. It's not. So this is very cool because as a min-maxer, this allows me to min-max from the very beginning of a run. So now I can, for instance, put various things on. Forged traits will not be brought into a run. Yeah. Oh, they can't even be equipped anyway. Boo. Let's have a look. So yeah, I could start the game off at increased damage or increased experience to level up faster, or additional flamethrowers. So that then means that instead of me having to, when I get to top level on this, instead of... Can you not? Yeah, oh no, she will do. She'll always respawn with full health. But how do I not get these? Maybe this is something later on. Okay, so I think I know how this works. Oh look, the dead bodies are still here. Awesome. I think I know how this works, and it's you get trait slots that you... I don't know how this works. We'll have to have a look at that later. I think it means that you can start the level off with a couple of traits, which then means instead of me going, oh, chat, if I get this, and I get this, and I get this, and I get this, I can show you some amazing things. Now I can play it straight away and go, chat, we only need a couple of things. Check this shit out. Hello, Radius. Yeah, the thing is, I've been forced to do it this way, but... And, you know, tell me if I'm wrong here, but from what I could see, it's not cropping. So the reason why I used to always go with the small view is that gave you a good view of what I can see, and you could see my hands. So I have my hands quite low, and hopefully you should be able to see them. So... Well, you know, I mean, come on, Von, it's been a while. Hey, look, I always admit when I'm wrong. Sometimes. So, right, anyway, what are we doing? 2 waves, 9 enemies left across the waves. So, I don't know if they've actually added more environments, but all of these, it's kind of like an upside down. So it's various bits and pieces from the real world, but in hell, they're all hellified because we are sweeping hell, hence the name Hell Sweepers, as you can probably appreciate. If you like, all I've got to do now, don't get me wrong, so when the reason why I've had to change it is because Quest have done an update, so I can't put it into the little screen that I would normally have. And the reason why I always insisted on the little screen is because it didn't crop and enlarge and zoom in. So, and I thought that was always quite important for what I was doing in Death Unchained, when you have a whole bow in front of you. Thank you, Von. Good call. I'll change that over now. But now it looks like I can give you... Oops. Now it looks like I can give you my full view without it cropping. What I'm going to try and do next is see if I can be a bit more clever with... I know we've got chat up here, but I'm going to try and be a bit more clever with that and see if there's more that I can do on that side of things. So anyway, right. I can't see any real totems that we can take out, so we'll just kill them from up here. So, this is one of the nastier map modifiers. You'll see there's just a thing that's spitting out meteors randomly now, and I think that thing's position will change. It doesn't affect the enemies. I think it only affects me. Ow. Did that hurt me? No, not really. Any more for any more? Oh, you can have it. Note as well how the enemies change from level to level. Newer, nastier archetypes start becoming more and more prevalent. There are some fucking nasty enemies in this game. They also do the whole colour variation thing. So now we've got purple versions of the samurai. So instead of them being like just standard enemies, they're now imbued with, I think, void or lightning. And so they now have new attacks, new special moves, new resistances, and new bits and pieces. So again, this game's got so... If you were after a game that's got a lot of content, just saying. Right, is that everybody, or is there one more? There's one more, isn't there? Where are you? Oh, I want Where are you? You're going to be below, aren't you? Hello? It's not you. You don't count towards the enemy side of things. Yeah, maybe one's stuck off the level. I've had that happen a couple of times. Or maybe one's clinging to the side of the level. Where are you? If there was one clinging to the side of the level, though, he would come and get me. He would be throwing crap at me. Didn't get this. I always thought that this might be a problem in this game. I know you can't. That isn't like part of the level. You can't go. Or I don't think you can get up there. You didn't used to be able to. Let's try. Oops. Oops. No, not part of the level, see. Ooh. Oh. Oh no, that bit is. Come out, wherever you are. Okay. Well, it's not the totems. It's definitely an enemy. And we've still got another wave to do. Now, one of the things that is good about this game, and is technically a bit of an exploit, is at any time you save and quit the game, so, like, you know, if you're on death's door, or you didn't like the rolls that you get, it will put you back into the game, so it'll put us back at the start of this level. So, which is nice. So, if we save and return to the hall, and then come back in, it'll all reset. And we'll pick up our run from the beginning of where we left off. Get out of my face! Ooh, new mask. There are a load of customization options. Different masks. I wonder if any of these actually look any good now. Oh, I have to pay for them. There are a load of masks in the game. I like the initial mask that you get. But one thing that is cool is you can change your skin colour. Oh, I have to buy red. I usually have red. And then you can change your vein colour as well. You also get some nice stats to tell you, you know, what kind of sweeper you are, I guess. In that what you're running, how many attempts you've done, and like you can see a bit of a breakdown here. I'm using fire magic more than anything else at the moment, and pistols and blah 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 blah. Anyway, so, or I think that was most picked, not used. Right, so if we now continue the run,
the sweep never sleeps.
It will restart that level. So it's one way that stops there being like halts to your progress because you can't find the last enemy. You know, unless it does it again. And you can also exploit the hell out of that. Oh, that's the map modifier that comes up in front of you. You can exploit the hell out of this whole save system. And when you're min-maxing, kind of like save scumming, I guess, you can kind of use it to your advantage. One of the things that I do when you get further into the game is if you save and quit at the very start of the game when you are picking your perks, picking your blessings, you can re-roll them and pick again, basically, and get different ones. And that can be the start of a good run, or ending the start of a bad run and starting a good run, just by saving and quitting in that initial screen before you kind of start the game, after you've started your run. Anyway, let's try that again, and hopefully somebody doesn't get stuck outside the level this time. Look out for that fireball, pal. Ooh, that'll burn you. I do love these turtle guys because they take shitloads of hits. New enemies again. Those ones are nasty if they, I think they shoot stuff at you, I can't remember. Plunge. Yeah. One of those enemy types that reflects magic back at you, and they can kill you very quickly. I think that's what they do. There's the ice variant of one of the enemies that we've already seen. So obviously our fire magic will be particularly effective against her. These ones block. Come on, reload. These ones block, so they're particularly good for building combo up on. Oh, we're low on ammo, that's why. So there you go. Times multiplier there, and we get a bigger score. It isn't quite as generous this game, ow, as it used to be on the old multiplier side of things. There we go. Objective complete that time.
For all eternity.
There is one particular map modifier. I hope they've changed it because it was fucking obnoxious. But there was one particular map modifier called the floor. Basically, the floor is lava. You can't touch the floor. Every time you do, you've got like a second or two to leap away. Otherwise, it explodes. It can just fucking bounce you around the level and kill you. And it carried on when you're in this end bit as well, so it could kill you even though you'd finished the level. It was really annoying. I hope they changed it. But there you go. Anyway, right, let's see how these jade keys work. So. Oh yeah, I don't. I've been playing too many backpack games recently. Jade key. We want to really save these for 3 lock ones, but I don't think that's a lot. Yeah, so I don't think the whole silver, gold, jade is the system. Previously, the better colour key, jade being the top, bronze being the lowest, the better the rewards. Although that is pretty good. Add 3 random traits. Which one? Oh, don't forget. Yeah, you're not wrong, Indy. You're not wrong. It is that. I'm trying to pull the thing out the back because of Showdown. So me and Indy got some nice wins on Showdown. Fucking couple of rats we are. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I've converted him. Hello, K2. How we doing? Let's continue with the discount and hope we get some other ones. 5-finger discount. Where's the more rocks one? Here we are. Reduce mana cost. Yes. Forge that bad boy. And more. Cool. Good haul on that one. I mean, we're not using those much, and because of how the first boss now works, we probably won't need to either, but it's worth doing. I think in that case then, I think jade keys are... I went and reached over my back again. I think jade keys are better saving for the 3 lock ones. These ones that you get from chests as well are not choices. You get these by default. So you take all of your rewards. We'll start comparing those. So here we go. Split wave. Let's go split wave. And let's go split wave again. So now, I said that I don't use the hand-to-hand combat stuff in this, so you can... How do you do that?
Let's make a move.
Shut up, you. No, you can't. So we've got our sword play, and we can do it in slow motion, and we can do it upside down as well, and you can dual wield them if you so choose. There is a little bit of detection with them, but a lot of the time they go through each other. One of the other things that you can do now, I think we hold trigger, and that gets them glowing. And then we can fire attacks from them now. And this is because of the upgrades. So previously, I think you fire one of those. But this is something that I like. where they add more or change the effects of weapons, it doesn't feel quite as lazy. I mean, adding more projectiles is cool, but let's face it, that is lazy. That's just adding more projectiles, but it's lazy cool. Changing properties of weapons and what they do based on your choices. Like, as I said, you know, we are able to Iron Man it now. Not for very long, because that drains through your mana very quickly, but we can fly now. So, I mean, we've been able to fly for a little while, but there's better ways of flight in this game. So, but yeah, very cool. So, let's crack on. Where was the exit? There it is. Lovely.
Choose wisely, Hellsweeper.
Styles getting to this level that we need it to. Note the rewards. That, as I said, it caps out at 30,000. So when you get those levels where you've got unlimited enemy respawns and you can just keep on blasting, don't do more than 30,000 because you're just wasting your time unless you're using blood magic, which I won't get to show off in this stream, but there you go. Now, one of the other things I haven't mentioned is the reward that you pick for the level actually tells you what your next objective is going to be, if it allows it, and also tells you if there are what the objective is, as well as any of the negative traits that are going to be associated with the level. So that is actually quite an important thing. The game for me on normal mode isn't hard enough for me to have to worry about that. In the harder mode, you have to worry about what upgrade you take. Kind of like what we're doing with Onward. Sometimes you're not taking the rewards, you're taking the things based on the levels that you know that you can do. And this kind of has that similar vibe as well. But now I'm just going to take what I need. Let's go for this one because it's a mystery. We don't know what it is. It might be the random level with all the extra cool stuff in. There's a possibility at the very least. I am liking the changes to this game a lot so far. There's a lot of quality of life improvements in this that are really good.
Keep your wits about
it is
you.
then. So it isn't that it's a mystery, it's that we've got a vault. So now, normally when I used to play this game, getting vaults was actually quite rare. To get 2 on my first run is cool as fuck. And in addition to that as well, we'll get stupidly overpowered. This is our first run. We've basically got nothing upgraded or nothing new. Now, based on what I was saying earlier, was based on old information. So I've said, go through the level, shoot everything, get the keys, come back and unlock. No, 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 not anymore. Unless you're short of keys. I'm still reaching over for a backpack for keys. Now what you should do is use them as you've got them, providing that you've got plenty in your inventory. So they have definitely changed that up. What can we get on the sword? Yeah, doesn't it just... Oh, for those of you who don't know, because I shared it with my little... The little lot that I occasionally play off-stream with, or various little lots that I occasionally play off-stream with, the ballistic shield is fucking terrible. It's like holding a piece of cardboard up. They just shoot through it and you're dead. It didn't even work. And I was holding it really far out in front of me, and quite close to me, and to the side of me. It was almost like they were shooting me through the little glass visor bit. It's really fucking annoying. So, hello Mel. Talk of Onward, here she is. So, increase durability, reduce max. So, this is very cool as well. Ooh, I can show this off now. Yeah, I'm going to show this off now. Increase durability. Increase durability by 4, because that's a rare one. And then let's go for reduce discount. Hello, Sarah. So, check this out. Remember how I said that I can get and levitate multiple items? One of the things that I like about the swords and all of the melee weapons, I think it's all the melee weapons in this game when you rotate them, is if you press triangle, you now have the equivalent of basically a lawnmower to run through enemies with. And if you've got the right perks on, this then doesn't drain mana, and it is a great way to absolutely slice. And of course you can go upside down and do this all in slow motion, and it is cool as fuck. I love it so. I love it so. But yeah, look at that. And bear in mind as well, if memory serves, and it often doesn't, you can conjure up to, might be up to 6 of these, 3 in each hand, and then get them all doing that. And it isn't just swords, you can do it with the axes, you can do it with the maces, you can do it with all things in the game. And these are really effective and actually get you quite a lot of style points as well. So yeah, that's a thing. Again, another way to play the game, and I have, and it's hilariously fun. Just mowing, just slowly chopping through the hordes is great in this game. Right, let's make sure we get all of these. So this is a very good candidate for a Jade key, because putting 1 in unlocks all. But as I said, I don't know if a gold counts as 2. We've definitely put a gold in and had to put 2 silvers in. So silvers are standard. I don't know what the difference is with gold. I assume Jade does all and is top level. But that didn't seem like any more money. But we do seem to be getting more rewards. But I think chest rarity is now based on the number of keys, not what you put in them. So, but then what's the difference between a gold and a silver key? Who fucking knows? Yes, we'll take 10,000 oblols. And yes, we'll take this, even though I'm not really using it. Yep, 5-finger discount. Yes. And any, like, interesting ones. Let's take that one. Manual reload creates 2 stacks of the damage buff. Ooh, that's nice. And let's go 5-finger discount to keep that mana summoning down. And that one, forge that, and reduce mana cost by 70. That's pretty good. Cool. Good. Set. Sorted. Here I would put a gold key in, but I haven't got any left, so let's put a silver one in instead. I'd imagine silver are standard and gold are slightly better rewards, and then Jade are same as gold, but one unlocks an entire 3-lock chest if you so desire. So you want to be using, for maximum efficiency, the Jade ones on 3s. Look at that. Bayonets on your pistols. It's what you want, really, isn't it? Anyway. I should go and look around the level for gold keys now, but I'm not going to. More souls. We need that meta progression. I'll see about spinning the swords through enemies later. It might get me killed, because I might not have the build for that. But we shall see. Right, we've got a gold key. Yes. Got a silver key. Oh, a free blessing. Don't mind if I do. 2 more traits for the guns. Let's get those laser sights on. And increase the size of the magazine. Yes. Blessings. So this is part of the reason why you want to come here, because blessings can be incredibly powerful and make you super OP. And normally you only would get 3 in a run, because you get, oh no, 2 in a run. No, 3 in a run, because you start off with 1 and then you get 1 from each of the bosses, and then the final boss is completion of the game. But here you get extra blessings. Magic overflow. Oh, my favourite. I'm going to test this because I don't know if it is still the case. But let's look at the other one first. How? Stop it. Right. So the other one, dynamic force. Jumping and landing from a jump releases a powerful blast. So superhero landing optional. Plowing it into the ground and boom. And you can make that bigger and more damaging as well, because you can add more to it. However, may I interest you in magic overflow? 40% of health is converted to mana, and we have got quite a lot of health because we've been taking health upgrades. This is the only reason why I do. Health is reduced to 1. Gain shields based on the amount of health converted. Shields are incredibly powerful in this game. You don't need health once you get your shields to a certain level. Now you'll see we have 1 health, but we have full shields. The reason why shields are really good is because I believe they shields recharge previously. They might have adjusted this. We might die very quickly. I don't know. But I don't think they would keep this perk in the game if it wasn't good. And this scales a lot and gives us a lot more mana also. So it's great. And there's one that does it the other way around as well. It converts your mana into health and yada, yada, yada. So that shield bar comes back really quickly. And I found that it seems to come back and regenerate even when you are taking damage when you get it to a certain level. So you get a good magic thing going, a magic shield thing going, and you basically become invincible. So, but you know, you have to work for it. You have to like increase your health and increase your mana and do more things. But yeah, shields previously were very overpowered. Let's have a look. See, like, the thing is, this level of detail, I mean, it doesn't stand up to much when you're far away, but this has definitely been improved, I think. So, or at the very least, it looks better on the Quest 3. So, Mummy and Daddy, indeed. Right, yes. Yes. Mel, Indy, Mel. Now tell him to get playing on Onward with us, please. Get him, start badgering him. Just every way you can. Because he said yes, but I know what his yeses are like. He said that he was going to play Ghosts of Tabor with Walking Dead a long time ago, and I think Walking Dead's been waiting for years at this point. Oh, what an excuse. Another blessing, look. Dynamic force. I don't really want that, but I also don't want to increase my damage dealt, so we will take that. So now... Ah, you get it when you jump and when you land. That's awesome. Mother Goose. Menace Goose. Menace Goose. And we'll make that stick, because I know that she enjoys the new nickname a lot. It's her favourite, I believe. Well, we could. We could. Another, look at this, another blessing. I have done, but I don't know if it would make a good stream, if I'm honest. Weebs. Reaver, increase damage by 20% and reduce damage taken by 15% when wielding a weapon with both hands. So, that's a little bit misleading, because what I believe that means, even though it's got two guns, is holding a weapon, one weapon with both hands. But it could be when dual wielding. I think it is when wielding a single weapon with both of your hands, because there is a dual wielding perk and it says specifically, so bad wording I think, when wielding a weapon with both hands. So is that that, or is that that? Because that fits both criteria. I don't know. I mean, we're going to take it anyway because I don't want 60% of mana is converted to health. Yeah, so this is the opposite to the one that we got to take shields, so we don't want that. We want this. Got to be careful with some of these picks. Could have ended my run right there. Right. 3, we take Jade. Bosh. I love unlocking chests and getting all... And another one, like, oh, mana. So, now, when we increase our mana, it'll also increase our shields. And also, when we increase our health, it'll also increase our shields. Another blessing. Don't mind if I do. Genius exploit. Reduce mana, coast of movement, and bullet time. Yeah, go on then. And more of these. Your masteries you can get up to an infinite amount as well, I might add. But you can only add so many slots to the weapon. Some have more than others, but then you can also do these combining things to get more value out of single slots. Let's just keep on taking the discount. And then we can convert that into that. Lovely. So one of the things that we've got is... Was it that? I like that. So I never put the bullets manually into the guns. I never do this and put the manual bullets into the guns. I should, because it makes the guns incredibly powerful. With the ability that I now have, that reloads them, that does all of that for me. So I can now do it one-handed. So as long as I remember to reload like that, which is actually easier than flicking them, we're made. Those guns are going to be very powerful.
Beware. Get more demons.
I already technically have holy armor. Or unholy armor, because I am shielded to the nines. Any more for any more? I was just about to start shooting them.
Don't forget, every reward has a price.
Doesn't it just? More for me? More money? Yes. More. Oh yeah, I'll take more money. The other ones weren't so good. See how powerful this is. Pretty fucking powerful. Lovely. That's actually more convenient than reloading the normal way, and they're much more powerful now as well. So yeah, again, I keep saying that I like these things about this game, and then they do give me more and more and more. If you think I could do a, like, you know, I've done like what, 32, 18 plus, no, 36 tips in 30 ticks on into the radius, and I could probably get a few, might be able to get another full 18 out of that. This, I could do so many. We're just in a bonus level at the moment. That really helps us. That'll give us even more shields and even more mana. If I show you my... Where can I see it? You used to be... player stats. Okay, they have reduced it. My mana is huge. My damage output is not bad. My health is ridiculously low. But shields are really, really, really low at the moment. But I think shields are still very powerful. We'll find out soon if I die really quickly and this run's over. Shields, I said to the devs, like, shields are ridiculously overpowered in this. And that something needs to be done about them. But hopefully they haven't nerfed them too much. Every time I got a run that had something to do with shields, I was like, yeah, I can win this regardless of difficulty now. Which was great. Melissa, this is great. So we've got swords. We can make the swords float and then do a kind of lawnmower man with them, or we can, you know, just play them like Dungeons of Eternity and sword it. And we've got guns. And we've got magic, and it's kind of gesture-based as well. So, isn't that great? Who's that? Hello, Elemental. How we doing, dude? Dowie. Where have you been? Where have you been? I hope you've had your ass up, like, your head up the arse of Dungeons, Dark and Darker all this time. Or is it life? Probably life. And if that wasn't enough for you, Mel, you can also... flip upside down! Bow, 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 bow. And you can flip backwards. Isn't it beautiful? And you can wall run. And you can do the old cartwheels as well. And it all does it in glorious slow time for you. If you want to test your VR legs, this game will test them. Right, let's crack on, because I want to do some... I want to try and actually get a run finished tonight. We haven't even done the second boss yet. The one thing that I will say about this game is you're not wrong, Mel. It has a lot in it, and it doesn't... I've seen games that try to do... I've seen games that try to do too much, and they're not necessarily that good. This one, in my always humble opinion... I mean, these guys are dead, but I'm just doing it for style points at this point. Not that I'm going to earn any. No way. No. The thing is, the one thing that I will say is, and for me it's from doing martial arts, but obviously, you know, I don't flip upside down in anything that I've done previously. But one of the things that you can do to stop your motion sicknessy side of things, it puts it into slow motion first and foremost. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but it's not as bad as it looks. If you also make a point, and you kind of want to do this as well, of whilst you are upside down and flipping and whatnot, focusing on a thing. Now in this game, you are focusing on enemies, because whilst you're upside down, you want to be shooting them. And focusing on a thing whilst you are going upside down isn't as bad as you would think. Or at least I don't find it as bad as you would think. Right, we're definitely taking another blessing, because blessings are just good. Just overall upgrades for our character. Yeah, let's have dynamic force. More of dynamic force, please. We've got some options here. Do I have to pick that up? No, good. Cool, dead end. And as I said as well, this game is 2-player cooperative. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can fly in this. Oh, I can fly in this, don't you worry. As I said, I don't know how disorientating this feels.
More of them. Watch your back.
For you guys just watching it. I mean, the one thing that you can do is you can put various vignettes to come on. As you are doing this. And the one thing that I do like, usually... Oh, come on. Yes. Any more? Huh? Ah. The one thing that I do like in this as well is, I don't know, it's... If you put the vignettes on, it can close all of that down specifically when you flip. You remember when I was saying about the options within this game? There are many, and they are numerous. Ooh. Fire katana, is it? That's an enemy weapon, but there are magics and skills that you can get later on to make these more effective and actually, like, you know, fire flames from this and fireballs and stuff. So...
What's in store for you this time?
The thing is, if you think you've got decent motion, if you think you've got decent VR resistance, this is one of the ways to build it up, let me tell you. Normally I would get that again, but if we increase our mana, we increase our shields. So I'm going to take that. It's only 5% though. Let's see if it does still do that. Because we were on 30. No, it hasn't. But more mana's good. More mana's good. Okay, so that doesn't work the way that it used to. Now we need to get health increases to increase our mana and our shields. Was that the way? I think it was. Right. Ooh. Hey. Hey. You put this here. Lovely. That's the one that you don't want to go through. In fact, that's a red one. What does that one do? I have no fucking idea. I know the yellow one is a shop. So, and we've got loads of money, so we want shops. But yeah, like, you know, if you want to... I'm usually not a fan, or as we've seen previously as well, I'm not a fan of sandbox style games where you're having to make your own fun. I'm also not a fan of games where it's like just arena based combat, because usually there's nothing linking the arenas, or there's no overall reason to play the game or get better other than, like, you know, it's just having fun sort of thing, and just getting on with it. And in this game, I don't know, it just seems to be a good homage of all the things that I like, and getting ridiculously powerful and getting OP and leveling up, and there being some reason to do another run. This is another one of those games that I found when I was first getting into it on the Pico, Cosca, that I found it to be very much a just one more run. So, this is the red one. Where was the yellow? Oh, fuck's sake. 2 seconds. Can't find it now. Where was it? In here? No. Just find this now. Chat a second. So I think that was Costco who came in. I didn't check. I didn't hear it right. Maneuverability rise as well, again, when you get leveled up and exploiting and like doing things like this and becoming uber powerful. Normally you would be limited by mana with this speed of movement, but now I'm not. I can dash and sprint and tear around all over the place as much as I want. The problem is there's 2 exits. So which one? Hello, Laurent. Hang on, let me just check. Hey, always Koska. Hello, Koska, and hello, Laurent. How we doing? Let me just... Right, hang on. Never summon you, but show me the way to go home. Tired, I want to go to bed. But show me the way to the shop, yeah? What you doing? What you doing? Oh, that way. Okay. Oh, he's gone. Go on, off you go. I never have to use this guy, if I'm honest. Yeah, I know. I can't find it now. I can't remember where it is.
This way.
This is on Quest 3, mate. Quest 3, and as I was saying to others as well, I've had to adjust. If whatever exit I find now, I'll just take it. I'm already stupidly powerful in this game. I think it doesn't matter anymore at this point now. It is a done deal. Oh, there it is. Hey, there we go. Lovely. Yeah, I probably did find this about 5 minutes ago, but I wanted to carry on exploring. Yes, old man memory. It's a bloody maze! It's a bloody maze. So, and I wasn't mapping it, and you don't have a map. So, yeah, I am playing this on the Quest 3. The reason why I've got the bigger... kind of. So, I'll answer that in a second, Dowie, but I've had to change the aspect ratio of things because Meta has recently updated the Quest 3 and they've taken away options, but they've added this one, which I'll have to have a look back and see what it looks like, but I don't think it crops the lower. Like, you guys should be able to see like a shield bar and a health, a mana bar and a yellow bar here, I imagine, and it should be, I don't know, maybe like 1/5 up from the bottom of the screen. If you can see that, then I know it's not cropped. But if you can't see that, or it's right at the bottom of the screen, then maybe it is cropped. As far as the battery's concerned, yeah, I just turned the brightness down and it seems to work fine for me. So, but I know other people are having issues. But I do probably need to see about getting the next ones. Because we... Oh, do you not see it right? So, see, this is why I didn't go for this look, because it's completely fucking cropped. I don't like my views being cropped. But then, here you go. Or maybe you can't see it because you're not supposed to see it when you're spectating. I don't know. Okay, can you see my hand right now? Can you guys see my hand now that I'm holding it up below the bar? Because if you can see my hand, like, maybe all of it, then it isn't cropped. Okay, yeah, so it's cropped then. Fuck! Right, anyway. Well, you guys have said that this looks better, so I'll just take your word on it. Or some of you have said... Well, I don't know. The thing is, whether it looks better or not, this is all I can do now. Some ringtone gold. I used to know everything about this game. The thing is, it's a good thing that even I'm having to question my existing knowledge on this, because that shows you how much they have changed things. There you go. There's trying to pick the silver lining out of a bad statement. So let's refresh the shop. Because we're getting very powerful now, all of these are costing a lot. I'm not going through the tutorial. Am I? Have you just started the stream, Laurent? Are you up to date? Oh, I'm going through the tutorial again. I had to go through the tutorial again because this is on the Quest 3. And previously I played it on the Pico 4. Thank you, Von. Right, we want health. Even though that's massively expensive. And I want that. It's not doing it anymore. Interesting. So previously when you took the blessing that I took, it would keep on. It was the gift that kept on giving. It would... I'm alright on the battery. It was the gift that kept on giving, in that it kept on increasing your number of shields as you took health upgrades and mana upgrades. Now it doesn't seem to be doing that. So shields might not be the answer anymore that they used to be before the game got its update. So they might have nerfed them significantly. We shall see. Because I haven't really been in anything that's going to consider testing combat at the moment. We shall see. But yeah, if you're I don't know if you're watching from the start of the stream, Laurent, if you're not up to date, then yes, I had to do the tutorial because this is the as I say, the Quest 3 version. And I've got to say, it is looking less blurry and nicer. I tell you what, it's got God Ray effects as well. That, I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the Pico version. And that bubble, I don't know if you can see the red shimmering effect on that. I mean, it's not great, it's quite blocky, but that wasn't there previously. And the lighting effects as well. So they have added some stuff to this. Now, this is one of those ones where we can get the amount of style points that we need to maximize the amount of things that we get from the level. We need to kill enemies inside that bubble. So if we pull them outside of that bubble, we can kill them infinitely and get huge amounts of... Is that right? Kill enemies near the altar to fill it up. Yeah. That's a new enemy. Hopefully if they might stay alive long enough for us to see what they do. We're going to try and kill enemies that are outside of that. Oh, bollocks.
Conjuring new guns might work.
Okay, so
don't rely on it in the heat of
they
battle.
have...
Learn to reload.
Hello, Chris. How we doing, Ninja? So they've now made this harder to exploit the style system out of, which means that I might have to go to flipping upside down with guns. Come on. I'm doing all this good stuff. Oops. I reckon Ninja Pork will love this game. I really do. He'll want to test his VR legs, I'm sure. Woo! But yeah, seeing as Chris arrives and he's our latest little Quest native newbie, I'll show some bits and pieces off on this in a minute when I've got all of the bits and bobs. But yeah, just to give you a brief overview, we've got guns, they've got knives on them, they're really good. We can shoot them one-handed, two-handed. We've got swords. We can fire blasts with them. You can also obviously do combat. You can levitate the swords and turn them into whirlwind machines as you are flying. And then chuck them. We can telekinesisly operate our shooters. And they automatically reload for us. And if that wasn't enough, we got magic! That flamethrower effect actually looks really good. And we've got the ability to float and conjure. And we can fire fireballs that then explode. So yeah, and we can do all of this upside down, doing front flips and back flips and side flips and cartwheels and all that good stuff. And it's a roguelike. Who doesn't like a roguelike? Shut up, Indy. So let's actually have a look at our next objectives. Sacrifice, wave, totem. Totem is one that I still feel like I can exploit, but see this red thing here? What's that one? Oh, okay, so that's the symbol for the objective. That one is meteor. I think we've only got meteor. So I don't think there has been a massive upgrade for the Quest 3. You've also got telekinesis as well. Oh, the other thing that I will say as well, Ninja Pork, is this. I've played this game quite extensively. We are at the tip of the iceberg on this game as far as content is concerned. I've just shown you 3 things. There's like 4 variations of magic, which you can smush together and combine to make new magic. There's pistols and shotguns and assault rifles. There's swords and katanas and maces and axes, and I think there's a scythe in it now as well, and it's just ridiculous. So, cheers, weebs! We will have a look at these sort of things later on. So I want to take totem mode. Not for the health, but for that level, I think I might be able to exploit the system out of it. But yeah, as far as graphic upgrades is concerned, Lauren, I don't remember there being God Rays in the Pico version. I can't say anything about the Quest one because I didn't have that. But they've got these God Ray effects. Some of the textures seem to have got a bit of a lift in the background as well. The enemies still look good, but the environment always used to look a bit shit. It's an interesting background and an interesting environment, but it used to be quite low res. The more I'm playing it, the less I'm paying attention to that. So I think they have improved it enough. It was my big criticism about this game is the enemies looked amazing and the stuff looked good. The stuff now looks a lot better and the effects now look a lot better. So I'd say yes. I think there's been some graphical and improvement-y bits and pieces. Hello, Shuey. How we doing, mate? Shuey would love this one. Shuey's got fucking VR legs, chat. He'll be doing what I'm doing, where he's getting the guns out and then side cartwheeling and shoot, and then bam, 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 and then reload on the mode, and then jump over here and we'll do another flip because we'll go backwards now and then kill that guy in the air whilst we get our swords out and then telekinesis them and then make them spin like this and like this. Right, and he'd do all of these things, and he'd like go upside down while spinning the swords around like familiars, and then launching them. And you know what? Shuey wouldn't complain about VR motion sickness. He'd just get on with it and be sick later. It does take a little bit of getting used to. I'm not gonna lie. Right, increased damage. Yep, we'll take that because it's a freebie. I haven't played the Steam version, and I believe I have been told quite categorically that the Steam version is very much superior in the graphics department for this. But the one thing that I will say, and I'm quite happy to say, is that this game now has got the... I thought that this was a poor graphic game as far as the background textures. I mean, this is still a bit bad, but it's better than it was now. The enemies and you and the enemies and the props and the various bits and pieces look good. It was just the backgrounds that were a bit of a problem. Yeah, but I'll then play it on Steam. And you'll fucking renege like you always do on these sort of things. How much can we... So they've made this level a little bit more interactive now as well. I don't remember you used to being able to get up on these bits. That's out of bounds. So, but the other thing that's very cool about this is, as I said before, it's kind of like the upside down meets hell. So the environments are very cool. Yeah, you just got fucking houses everywhere, and yeah, fucking massive arms and tentacly goodness over there. Hentai stream when? Tentacle hentai stream incoming. But yeah. And as always, apologies if my enthusiasm for this game just fucking exudes. I do really like this one, and I am loving all of the bits and pieces that it's got. Right, let's get these chests open now that we think we know how the chest system has been reworked. So grabbing that out of the shop out of the chest means that the next place that we'll go after this will guaranteed be a shop. I don't actually want that because we haven't really got the money to visit it. And I don't need this either because I'm not... Oh no, I kind of am interacting with this now. Let's increase... No, let's reduce... Keep the mana reduction down more. Vintage rounds. Increase damage by 200%, but reduce durability by 1 with each shot. Excellent. So they have definitely adding more things. As I always say, Ninja, right? Pick this up. You can always get 25% discount off on this game by using the various codes that people have, or mine, whatever. This game is well worth it at 30% off. It's one of the few games content-wise and life-wise, and if you like the look of this sort of thing, that I would say is worth the price. And I think it's $18.99 last time I checked. I think the level of content, what they had in this game from the beginning, was worth the money. And it's also got a cooperative mode if you want to play this two-player cooperative. So there you go. Yeah, Weeps has got codes, as he's always telling us. Right. So with this mode, as long as we do not destroy the totems, we can kill infinitely. The reason why that's good, as long as my shield holds out anyway, the reason why that's good is because, yeah, this is a new enemy. Look at that bad boy. Let's try some guns, shall we? Ba 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 ba. Where are you all? Come feed my guns. there were none behind me. Oh, there's some. And the other thing that I like is that there is reason to play this game, because all of what I'm doing is adding to my combos and my style points, and that's how you get more bits and pieces. Well, I mean, to begin with, yeah. Oh, hello. That's a new enemy. I haven't seen that one before either. Where we go? I mean, the thing is, it's done in slow motion, and if you watch what I'm doing, I'm literally orientating myself within my play space and pointing at enemies. So it's... I don't know. I think it's a good test of VR legs for anybody who wants to try. Remember that you can put vignettes on. You can make it so, options-wise in this, you can make it so vignettes come on specifically for when you are, like, flipping. You can also turn the flipping off. I do this because I enjoy it. And it's also kind of like the meta of the game. This really increases your style points. As it fucking should. Stylish as fuck. Right, is that enough style points, do we think? Are you sure? Are you sure, Von? Let's try those swords. Ow. So, again, as I said, something that I haven't really engaged with in this game is the hand-to-hand combat. Yeah? How about if maybe I'm not so good at hand-to-hand combat, so maybe you can have these? For those of you who are wondering how I'm doing all of this, it's incredibly easy. All you have to do is jump and then fling your arms up in the air and you flip. And you can do it once per jump. It is a lot of fun. Right, let's that should be more than enough style points. Let's end this one now. So that's a new enemy. You're not. And let's Iron Man. I don't want to give you up. Get away from me. She went tumbling. That was great. Any more? See ya, we're... Oh, there we go. Oh, she died. Man of her.
New guns might work,
So,
but don't
we've
rely
got to
on
the
it in
point
heat
now
of
where
battle.
the character
Learn
is...
to reload.
Or we are massively more powerful than the level is capable of dealing with. That shield did not even go down despite me taking a lot of hits. So, yeah. Good stuff. We're there. So we should. The other thing as well is by becoming incredibly powerful in these sort of games, you can then basically force your way past bosses. Now that isn't ideal because that can hamper your learning of them. But, having said that, yeah, there's nothing quite like, you know, forcing your way because your character's amazingly powerful past a boss and then getting your ass handed to you on later levels of difficulty because you don't actually know how to do him. I was there once. Because I do love a good min-maxy game all day. Right, let's get out of here. I'm not even close to completing the run yet. We're only about halfway through. Stay healthy for co-op. Well, yeah. I mean, vignettes help initially, and then you turn them off. You pussy. Right, so we need more mana. More souls would be good. I'm not doing another totem level. I'm not doing another totem level. It wants me to do another totem level. I will make this quick. Let's get that. What I think we'll do... Oh, we're only a level away from it. I think... Is that a totem? Is that a vault level? I think it is. Yeah, it is. So that's another big change that they've made to this. There are a lot more vaults now within the main game, which is good because I kind of like these, and they're usually very rewarding and make you OP as fuck if you know what you're doing. And we like OP. You know, it's one of the things that I definitely think is my favourite quality about roguelike games is getting to that point where you can't be stopped. But then there's things that can change that can stop you. Yeah. Right, let's get that challenge done. As soon as I find an exit, we're going to get out of here. Yes, I accept the challenge.
The Trencher demons.
Ask me the questions, Bridgekeeper. I am not afraid. Come on. Today, buddy boy. Am I being hurt by that? Yes, I am. Oh, completed it though. Okay, so I lost about half my shields during that, so... But that's because I sat in this, like, nurgly looking demon. Oh, look at this. Can we have this still? Yeah. Can't do the special effects with these yet. Look at the fucking size of that machete. And then all of these enemy weapons that you can pick up for the level all have their own kind of magics and special effects associated with them if you have the correct thing on, i.e. blood magic. Right.
Stone hands offerings.
That's the level of reward we wanted. Yeah, so You want your style kill bonus at 30,000. Anything more than that is a waste in conjunction with the amount of money that you get and the amount of souls that you get. We need more souls. I want more meta progression. For those of you not familiar by meta progression, basically the stuff that I'm collecting in here will upgrade my character overall as opposed to individual run, is what I mean by meta progression. You could just call it progression. I think the reason why it's called meta progression is because it's something that you need to be able to beat the harder levels of the game, hence the word meta being in there. I think a lot of it was theirs. Yeah, there was a little bit of blood spattering toward the end because I sat in one of the enemies I haven't faced for a very long time. Ah, no jade keys left, but we've got loads of gold keys. Oh. Yeah. Final spin. Thrown fireballs will curve towards enemies. Yes. Ooh. Melee attacks with a magic orb will not cause it to break. So if you took that, you can then basically have fireball fists. But let's we'll actually start making use of this now. Yeah, let's forge that one. And let's go this one. And no. And yes. And no. Lovely. And then, and you can also see as well, a lot of the time now I'm getting +3s, so I'm getting 3 levels of mastery. As I said, the levels of mastery can go on infinitely, but you are limited by the amount of perks you can slot in here. Let's go this one. Let's go that one. There's some that I haven't unlocked here as well. I haven't got the one that allows me to summon and hold multiple things. It's all through the levitation power up, and it's really good. But that's later. So again, as I said, we are, like, all the stuff that I'm showing off. I know it's probably a bit repetitive with me just blasting off the same fireball and shooting the same pistols, but there's loads. Oh, these fly now. Oh no, yeah, they don't yet because that doesn't count as an enemy. Gold key, gold key, gold key. Yes. Reduce mana. 5 finger. Reduce mana. Cool. What you got for me on the sword thing? Ooh. Yeah, split wave. Split wave. Split wave. Interesting. Never had it up that high. So, last time I played this, they took steps to make it so that it was harder to get more powerful. Now it seems that they've taken steps to make it easier to get uber powerful. Yes, we do need to forge that now. And that one, because we're running out of slots. Using flamethrower whilst in the air allows flight. I thought I had that. I mean, I was flying earlier with it. Oh, maybe I've... Oh, I might have overrode that one. I haven't played... or have I? I know Indy's played Drop Dead. Worth getting, worth having a look at. I hear it's a very good zombie shooter. And because you're new to this, you probably won't have been saturated by those sort of games yet, Chris. So it's definitely worth a look. Right, I think we're getting to the point now where we're too powerful. Just too powerful. I'll take that. Oh, but I want to have a look. Oh, we've got loads for the pistol. The gun will not become damaged and unable to fire when durability is low. Let's go for trick shot. Compact magazine. Yep. Forge and compact magazine. Oh, they're a bit rubbish. So that's one of the things that I do like on this. None of the... I think they've balanced it now so that none of the weapons become obsolete, because the higher level ones have less trait slots, whereas the lower level things have more trait slots. Like, this will become maybe obsolete, possibly. But then this is in combination with anything that fires bullets, so that can be used with anything. Five finger. Let's go this one. I'm not going to be able to get the thing that I want from this, although mana reduction is always good. Death dealing for more damage. And another blessing! Why not? We're running out of blessing slots. Genius exploit, yeah. Cool. Right, let's get out of here. I need to complete this game. Oh, just one more chest. The other thing that I will say as well is, although a lot of the choices that I'm making with these things are the same, as you level these things up through all their levels, as I think I've said previously, you unlock more. Can I just not say no? Oh, it automatically... Ah, you bastard in. It automatically just replaced a really good one then. Damn it. Yeah, as you level them up, you get much more interesting choices. And we've already had some interesting ones, I guess. Bug, tell me where? Oh, that way. It's not here, you lying bug shit. Come here. Go on. It's not! Oh, through there. Okay, fine. Maybe you were right. I'm not opening that. I need to get this completed. But yeah, I'm loving the fact that there's loads more of these trial things, because it just allows you to become stupidly powerful, which then will help you on the higher levels of difficulty, because you'll need that.
More demons.
But yeah, if you wanted to, you can just make this a run and gun game. You don't need to flip. But it does add to your style points. I do like me some style. Flamethrowing enemies upside down, anyone? Yes! Fuck off. Nice one, cheers. Thank you, Vaughn. Cheers, Vaughn. I will do just that. Yep. Good call. Cheers, Vaughn. This was a bug previously. Might stop after this, hopefully. We're in constant slow motion mode. How do I get out of this? These days, I don't think I can. No! This was a bug that was I've reported previously as well. It only seems to happen to me. Fuck. Might be able to get out of it though. Just take that one for now. Ah, there we go. There's the exit. That should get us out of slow motion by leaving the level. But I think you can turn the slow time effects off in the options and then just put them back on again and then you're fine. There we go, lovely. Right. We have got an exceptionally large amount of money, but everything's costing a lot more now. +5. Fuck off. That's not what I've heard, Indy. But nice try. We'll have another one of these J keys because they're great. Yeah, that'll do us. I'm not going to buy too much more. I want to get this boss done. It seems the one thing that I will say as well is because you can get more powerful if you make the right choices a lot quickly, this game on normal has actually become a fair bit easier. There's still a challenge here. I say about this whole part of the meta play within this is doing everything with maximum style to get more gold and meta progression, because that helps you within your run and outside of your run ready for your next run. Now, Savagery is a twat of a boss, but with shields and normal... What was that? 30... Hang on, let's have a look at that price. 13 quid. Mate, this is worth it at £18.99. I would say this is definitely worth it at £13.50. And I'll come co-op it with you, mate. I'll get you through the levels and get you all the nice shiny stuff, and then we can flip around in all our glory. Might even let you stream it with me and after Von or something, because Von's got this as well. There's yeah, me and Von are the only ones that you would know that would have it. So, but then at 28% off. Yeah, no, take the 28% off. Mine's 25%. That then scores me an extra 4 quid, but again, yeah, take the extra percentage. But again, you could wait for this one, and it could come down to more. But I'd say this is In Death Unchained, Saints and Sinners, this, maybe Until You Fall. Dungeons of Eternity is on the mark with it. But these games that I've just said are ones that I would say are worth their full price. Dungeons is lacking a little. Well, it's still a good 100 hours. But for the price, it's a very good experience. And then if you've got people to play it with. Dungeons is a great game. I just need more. I'm annoyed that I finished Dungeons because I want more to do in it. I know a lot of the rest of you are the same as well. But hopefully it's coming. So... I'm trying to think of other games that are well worth the full price. I think Sweet Surrender is worth its full price now. Right. This guy can be a prick if he does that to you. The way to play against this guy is to run and wait until he becomes exhausted. If you hit him when he's in his powered up mode, he dodges towards you. And then when he's in his next form, I haven't. And people aren't being... there isn't a new beta out yet. So, or, yeah, there's not a new beta build out yet. I know some of you guys will have been accepted into the beta on my say-so. So... we will know when that game is starting to get there. But this is where you want to calm down. Oh, they've changed him. He morphs. I can see that now. This is where we want to slow down on him and stop attacking him and let him get to the point where he's exhausted. If you attack him here, he just fucking runs at you and ends you. He will kill me in 2 hits if I attack him at this point. So that's why I'm running away, running away, running away. Ow. That's because of this stupid jump thing that I've got. And now we go. Run, run, run. Come on. Get exhausted. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Now, what's next?
There you go. Second boss done. We probably didn't have to be that careful on him because even when he was hitting me, he was only taking 3/4 of my shield off, but each time he was hitting me, so I could only take them 3 consecutive hits from him. So the one thing that I will say about that boss, Savagery, as if Von was here she would tell you, especially on the higher difficulties, he will fuck you up if you hit him when he is in that aggressive mode, his second form. He's ended my run more than any other boss in this game. Another blessing, don't mind if I do. Hang time. Hover for 1 second at the apex of your jump. This can change things for you then, because you jump and hover, and you can increase... Oh, no. Reduce damage taken as well. I don't like this because this sometimes stops me flipping. I wonder if they've changed that. Because of that... Oh, let's take it anyway, sod it. So now, when we jump, we stay. Yeah, they have. Shit. Fuck. So I need to throw my hands up in the air before I get to the apex of my jump, which isn't the greatest way to do it. But now, so like for instance, if you like doing your magic and your gunplay, now you get a few seconds up here, and I'm not in slow time. I could add slow time onto that as well. So again, this is what I'm talking about, where the effects and the various bits and pieces that you get throughout of this game don't just give you 2 more projectiles, or give you a little bit more damage, or give you a little bit more this, or change a percentage here, or change an integer there. They actually do things that change the way that you play, and I like that. I like that a lot. So, as we know, we've got not enough souls and loads of progression to do. So, as I said, when you get to the end of these acts, you rest at Hall. Regardless of your level, you do this, unless you've got everything maxed out, obviously. But you go back here, and you'll use your souls to level up your things.
None.
Here we go. So, as we level up, we get new things. We have now unlocked Frost Magic, Laser Magic, which is a combination of fire and ice, and Blast Magic. As well as the Tempest. This is new, so there's an SMG pistol-y sort of thing in the game now. And we also unlock Blessings. This is one of those meta progression games that suffers from the more options you have, the harder it is to get the ones that are good. And so the more you unlock in some capacity, the harder the game gets. So, but, you know, why are these here? Ah. Oh. So I can pay to get these now. Don't they unlock with levels?
Like looking at yourself in the mirror.
Interesting. Interesting. So, just to give you an idea of what's in the game. Blast Magic, Sword, Revolver, and Fire Magic you start out with. You then get Ice Magic. Oh, no. Yeah. Ice Magic, Blast Magic, the SMG, a battle axe, a bow, and if I remember rightly, it is trigger to pull that arrow. The bow can do some very cool things. Well, I'm going to have a lot of fun doing that upside down in future streams. And lots more different blessings, various different modes. We then get Doggo unlocked. I don't know what that is. Doggo is a summoned companion. You can summon multiple of him. You can imbue him with things by throwing them at him. You can put a sword or a gun in his mouth and he will use it. Then just more cosmetics and blessings. More cosmetics. Where's the shotgun? Where's the mace? What are all of these? And a lot of this, I don't even know what it is. Bear in mind, you know, I'm not even... I know what I'm doing, so I can level up quite fast, but the leveling up process is... Some may say it's a little bit slow. What I do like is they front-loaded a lot of these early levels with a lot of the different weapons. That's good to see. So, you know, by the time you get to... What's that level... By the time you've got to level 10... Yeah, Doggo's the last one, because the Doggo's actually really strong. By the time you get to level 10, you've unlocked all of the things that you can unlock via progress, which means you've got all the toys to play with. Then you can start picking what you want to stylize in. And then what they've also done is they've added unarmed lightning, the shotgun, and this I haven't seen, the mage's staff. They've put them all behind a souls wall, so you have to, again... So, if, like me, you've played the game and you know that this is really fucking good, you can save up the souls to grab it. I really like this, and it's really good. Shotgun, not so much. Unarmed is fun, but wasn't that great. This I haven't seen yet, so I might get this just so that I can show it off. Because I've seen that you can slam it into the floor and do stuff, and I think you can imbue this with the different magics of the game to have even more effects. And so, as I said, this game is just one of those ones that just heaps thing upon thing upon thing. Now, it may sound complex the way that I'm explaining it to you, and that's probably my bad, so to speak. But I have played this game enough now that I can tell you that all of this knowledge that I've got from this game is acquired just by playing it. And it looks like they've made the pacing even better. So, Quest 3... with Pro controllers, which I don't think have made a lot of difference. Quest 3 native, this has had some upgrades and improvements. We haven't seen the half of this game yet, let me tell you. And it's looking really good. I'm liking what I see. And on that bombshell, we shall end it there. This has been the glorious Hellsweepers VR, a proper little hidden gem of a game. This has been on the Quest 3 native. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.